Scott here with Luxury Car Care. Thought I'd bring you along for another video. There is a 2021 Tesla Model Y in for a full detail, including a ceramic coating, Gtechniq Crystal Serum Light, as well as 2 coats of EXO. And then we'll also be polishing the glass and just cleaning that up, and then putting Gtechniq glass coat G1 on it as well. So kind of, I'm bringing you along here kind of in the middle. So I went ahead and did a full wash on it all already and decontamination. So the entire car has been cleaned, painted surface, wheels, wheel wells have all been cleaned. I really took a lot of effort to try to get the tires cleaned up. They had some crap on them. I'm not quite sure what it was, but they cleaned up well. You can see there's like a nice matte type finish on them now, so there's nothing left on them. So they'll look real good with when we put our tire dressing on it. And then ironed out the entire car. Washed it all down, rinsed it really well. Similar to with my Y, I have some videos on my Model Y that I bought that I did something similar to, because I PPF'd that. This is not getting any PPF. But similar to that car, I did check to see if it needed any sort of clay barring, and it just doesn't. There's no point in inducing more marring that I'm going to have to polish out if it doesn't need it. I think my car had a ton of iron in it, and you could see it because it's gray. This is blue, so obviously it's tougher to see the iron turn blue on the car when it's a blue car. So, but my assumption is there probably was a lot of iron. It just doesn't need to be clayed. I went around all the panels, and they're really nice. They're good. They're smooth. They're clean now. So that's all been done. I brought it in, dried it all off, took the compressor, blew dry out a lot of the crevices and areas, wiped it all down again, and it's now ready, ready for some polishing. That looks like quick, and then I'll remove the tape. There's a big line, big scratch that kind of swirled down this way. I can see it here, and then it stops. So remove that, so that's good. That's the start, that's the before, that's new car delivery. First test spot, second test spot. A little more speed, little more pad rotation speed, so up to 5.5, plus a little more pressure. So, that's my answer, that's what I'm going with. It worked on my car. Should work on this one in a bit. So, Eurofiber pad with Meguiar's 210, one step. I'm going to cut the whole car like that. Alright, welcome back everyone. Continuation of the Model Y. Sorry I was probably a little bit delinquent on filming, on recording. So the Model Y has been polished, one step, using McGuire's 210 and Eurofiber pads. I don't think it did as good of a job as it did on my gray Model Y. It just may mean that, I look, I know how to find scratches and swirls, but this blue is just a little bit more finicky. Nonetheless, it got 75–80% out, so pretty happy with that. I usually like to get it to closer to 90, but it's, again, unless you have a light and you're looking for scratches, you're not going to see them. I'm pretty happy with it. I think the client will be extremely happy. So, polishing was done yesterday. I took this morning to panel wipe down the entire car, including the windows, because I polished the windows lightly yesterday just to clean them up because they're going to get ceramic coated today also. Panel wiped everything down, including the jambs, the windows, and the wheel faces. So everything is pretty spotless. I've been working my way around, as you can see, first coat of CSL, and I'm in the home stretch here. See it? Where I stopped? Right here. You can kind of see this needs to be finished. So all this needs to be coated yet. That's already coated. It's been coated and wiped. So I just have this little section to do here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Pretty simple. I'm using this applicator pad. They come with those little thin wafers, which are fine, but I have a bunch of extras of these, so I'm using this. Dump a bunch on, and then coat away. See it? And then I'll go underneath as well. I'll take a quick look with the light. There's a stop underneath here where the bumper ends. The bumper ends, you can't see it probably, but the bumper ends here. So I'm coating back through it to that point. The rest of it's underbody, which I'm not doing. All right, and then just a quick wipe, just to kind of level it out and get the high spots. Sorry, the light's not real great. I'll pick up the light here in a minute. See, this would be a lot easier if I just put the damn thing up on the lift, but it literally took me, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to do the whole car. And most of that was the frunk, so. All right. And then, if you have any, I have a soft cloth here. You know, the car's all coated, so if you get any, like here, there's some smearing. I got some on the paint, so I'm just gonna polish. Just wipe that off, it comes right off. The smudges on there. Okay, that's it. C4. You'll know when you need more product because it doesn't glide across the glass, it kind of sticks. All right, removal. Like I said, G2, and then a pad. And then a buffer. So I typically use a nice, something that's decent, but not something I'm using on paint. So this was used for something else, and now it's been delegated to the lower level towels. But it's still decent, but you don't have to worry about, you know, obviously scratching glass or anything, so. All right, G2. This takes, you know, just a little bit more effort than application. So wet your pad pretty good. I keep this handy. And again, small sections at a time, and then buff. Because when you buff, it's got to still be wet, otherwise it won't come off. And you have to re-wet it with the residue remover. And you'll see it if it didn't come off all the way.